Hey guys, KioxCD. I'm sorry for the lack of videos today. I was doing a lot of laddering today. I'm gonna try and hit Diamond or Masters by the end of this season, or maybe be Masters by next season. So I'm doing a lot of laddering, and so I only got out one video today. I am very sorry. It's not like many of you care. There's only like 7 people who are subscribed to me, maybe 6. I don't remember. But anyway, we're gonna be looking at a really cool style of PvT done by a guy named Nani. I'm not sure if this is NaNiwa or if it's just some random guy on the European server or something, playing a guy named Crass or something. These are both professional players. I just have never heard of them. And this guy, Nani, might be NaNiwa. So, we're going to be starting off nice and standard. Nothing out of the ordinary. Getting our gas up, getting pylon up on 16, cybercore on 17 or 18, depending on when your money is good. We're gonna get a zealot out first, followed by another zealot, and then a sentry. We're gonna be active with this zealot though. We're gonna make sure there's nothing going on in our base, get rid of all SCVs around. Scouting again with this probe. Did NaNiwa even... Oh, he hasn't even scouted yet. Oh, that's right. This is a very important point to make. This build is very intensive, mineral intensive, meaning you need all the little minerals you can get. And one probe is actually a lot more than you think. And so he is only scouting now because he needed the minerals in the first place. So, it's important to note. We're going to get a sentry up after the 2 zealots and then expand. And as soon as we can, we're going to get our second gate. So we're going to be on 2 zealots and a sentry. Our expansion is going to be coming up, our second gate's going to be coming up, and then we're going to get out a stalker. We've only been on 1 gas the whole time, folks, just so you guys know. Getting out our stalker. Stalker is now out. Warp gate is finished. We make both of our gateways into warp gates. We should have a proxy pylon up by now, or coming up. Notice how he set up pylons to warp in on the low ground just in case his proxy pylon was denied. For example, he can just warp in right here. He can even kind of warp in here. So he has pylons in his base set up to warp outside of his base just in case his proxy pylon is scouted and killed. So we actually have a really nice army here. So he warped in once, and now he's warping in again. So he has the 2 zealots and the sentry head at the beginning of the game, and then he's got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stalkers up. 1 from the gateway and 2 rounds of warp-ins. So now look at this. Look at what the Terran has had to do. He's had to pull off 1, 2, 3, 7. Oh wait, no, that's 6 SCVs to defend this bunker. So Mr. NaNiwa, why do I always say Mr. and then their name? Anyway, it's not even NaNiwa, it's Nani. So he decides to go around his base instead and do as much damage as he can, which is a decent amount of damage. He warps in again, kills this bunk. Does he get it? Does he get it? Does he get it? No, he doesn't. But you know, he does a decent amount of damage. It's not amazing, but you can see that if that Terran doesn't have that bunker set up, I mean, looking pretty bad. And that hit really hard. If we rewind a little bit, a warp gate hits at about 6 minutes. If you look at Nani's push, speed it up a little bit. There it is. It's hitting at 6:20. And this is even bigger than a normal 4-gate army. Dang. So it's hitting as hard as a 4-gate army, but at the same time of that, you're getting up an expansion. At 6 minutes. What? So this build is basically the best thing ever. It like expands as fast as like a 1-gate expand, but it hits like as hard as a 4-gate. And if the Terran's like just expanding, you win. If they're 1-1-1ing, you win. If they don't have a bunker up, you win. And if they have this bunker up like here, you could warp in another sentry and just force field around it, and then the SCVs can't repair it, and then you just destroy it. So I mean, this isn't a terribly effective push, but it doesn't matter because we have an expansion up, and we are now getting up our Twilight Council. So as soon as we, if our push fails, we do as much damage as we possibly can, and then get up our Twilight Council. We're mainly doing this because we see a bunker at the front, and we know it's going to be hard to break, especially with SCVs, and so we're going to go Robo Blink, so we can just blink into his main. So we get a Robo Red afterwards, then we add on 4 gates. I mean, technically, after you do the push, you can do whatever you really want to. It doesn't have to be this exact build where you have to get up a Twilight Council, then a Robo, and then a bunch of gates. You could go double Robo Immortal, double Forge, get some Colossus up slowly, stuff like that. I really like double Forge. So, especially in this case where he's committing to some static defense. And yeah, you can do this. You can kind of poke around the front, make sure he can't take his third, so you stay caught up with him. And then you just kind of go. So, I mean, after you push, you can do a lot of stuff. I mean, you have 2 gates up and you haven't spent tech. We already have our 4 gases up. To look, if we want to get a specific number on the gas count, when we got it, it looks like we're getting our 2nd gas as we push. And we throw up these 2nd gases when our push fails. Maybe you don't want to throw up these 2 gases. Maybe you want to transition to a 7 gate. In that case, you would just keep these 2 gases. It all depends on what you want to do, or what you think would be the best after your push. In this case, Nani sees that there's a bunker here, which is going to be hard to break, and so he's just like, okay, I'm going to go Robo Blink. Just blink into his main, throw him off a little bit, kind of delay medevacs as long as I can, and eventually I'll harass him enough to just kind of leave. So that's kind of what he's going for. So I mean, he gets up like 1,000,000 gateways. I should probably slow down a bit. He has his blink. Whoa, revolver. He got up his observer and is about to blink into the main, and then gets up his Colossus base thing. He blinks into the main. He does a little bit of damage. As you can see, he delays medevac tech even more. He does something a little cute here. He kind of blinks out slowly and does damage without losing any stalkers. Very cute. And now he's starting to get up Colossus with range. Now, a thing I don't really like is he doesn't have any upgrades. I mean, to be fair, he harassed Crass hard enough at the beginning. He delayed his upgrades, and so they're even. But I mean, his +1 is just about to be up. So I don't really like that. I kind of wish he would throw down double Forge or even single Forge after the push. But I mean, we've gained a small enough advantage over the Terran that right now Terran is having to pull SCVs when he sees the push and stuff. And this isn't even our army. We're getting Colossus with range up soon. And with Blink, we've delayed this right here enough, that he can't get Vikings out to react. I don't even think he's seen our Colossus yet. So we're kind of just getting the ball bigger. We've kind of given up on Blink Harass because we want to dedicate all of our Robo time to the Colossus. Sure, we'll go in, we'll blink out, we'll do some fancy little micro, kind of whittle down his army bit by bit. I don't really like the decision to warp in more Stalkers, even though we do have Blink. There's a lot of Marauders here. I also wish we got some more Immortals instead of Colossus. But you know, little things. And yeah, this is nice, doing a little harass here and there, if you got Blink, of course. You can still try and do harass with Warp Prism and stuff, but I mean, after that initial push, you kind of can do whatever you want. For example, Nani went for Blink and Robo, and then transitioned to a Colossus. His 2nd Colossus is on his way, and he's going to make the push and win. So you can basically do anything you want with this. You have a timing that hits as hard as a 4 gate at about 20 seconds delayed. So that's not too big of a deal. Especially because your expansion is up at 620. So you should be fine. A lot of Terrans will think this is an all-in, the push that you make at the beginning, and so they'll pull SCVs and be like, okay, if I defend this push, then I'm ahead. Even if they waste a few SCVs, which is great for you, because you're so much more far ahead. If we rewind quite a bit, check out the income tab, so we can look at the harvesters. So let's just kind of get to where the push is. You can see we're still way ahead in probes, way ahead in probes, way ahead in probes. Delicious soda. So now the Terran is thinking we're all inning. We're four SCVs up on him, and now we're 6 harvesters up on him. So it's great. It's probably one of my favorite PvT builds now, after seeing this, how strong it is, and you can do anything after this. You don't have to do Blink, you don't have to do Colossus, you could even do Stargate, like double Stargate or triple Stargate, something weird that Terrans don't usually expect. Go double Forge, get a lot of upgrades. You can really do anything. So I'm GLHF. I hope you like this build. Please comment, like it, and subscribe. See you guys.